So hello everybody and welcome to today's Section 5 Class B1 Championship.
This has been sent to me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and on CloseCallSports.com's report and ejection form, so I'd be pretty remiss if I didn't do a video. It's Hornell wearing red against Palmac, also wearing red, for the Section 5 Division 1 Championship in New York. Kind of reminds me on the MLB video games where you'd play the same team against each other. Come on, we've all done it. This game is going swimmingly. Well, kind of.
This one's popped up. Oh, and he did drop it. That's not, I don't like that rule.
Well, apparently neither did the umpires because the runner from first was declared out. This is Rule 841C, the intentional drop rule. The batter runner should be out on this play because there were less than 2 out, and there was a runner on first. High school plays 7 innings, so we're in the 7th, 5-1 Hornell. It's a 4-run lead, and it's about to not be a 4-run lead.
And walk.
Pitcher not happy, runner on first. Here's a pickoff attempt.
Oh, and the ball got free again. Oh, and he didn't try to get out of the way.
This game is a rules cacophony. The batter gets first base when a pitch ball hits their person or clothing, except if they permit the pitch ball to touch them and make no attempt to get out of the way, things like that. Nope, you gotta stay at home plate.
Good coaching.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Moving on.
Tried plays that it does, but it just doesn't. That one's up against the wall. Oh, and he dropped the ball. I think he... And good job by Gates.
So there's finally 1 out. Note the comeback.
Two outs. This one popped up. Okay, Miller ended, and he drops the ball.
And it's plays like this and the one in the outfield that remind me the intentional drop rule that is so obvious at professional level is not as obvious at all in high school. Here's the play we're here for. Bottom 7th, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 strikes. It's a 5-4 game.
2-2, 2 on. Strike 3! And he's out. Hornell wins it!
At least one of the fielders was paying attention. There's someone in the stands yelling, "There's 2 outs," and that's technically correct. There is not a 3rd out until the uncaught 3rd strike is used to tag the batter runner. Until that happens, there are only 2 out. That's correct. And I love how they're arguing while the offensive team is running the bases. Like you could have tagged them at any point, and you didn't. Let's look at the umpire's mechanics.
Palmac's going to win it?
The first note here is this is a called 3rd strike, not swinging, so the plate umpire will give a called 3rd strike mechanic. This is important because the called 3rd strike mechanic comes before any potential no-catch mechanic. The no-catch mechanic is usually a safe sign, either 1 or 2 palms down. So the catcher looks back at the umpire and only sees the end of the called 3rd strike mechanic and doesn't look long enough to see the umpire start to signal safe. Now, the safe signal is kind of small and kind of held for a short amount of time, which isn't ideal. It could have been wider, it could have been longer. That said, it is incumbent upon the defense to make sure of what happened before celebrating. See, there's the catcher looking back at the umpire again, and he's not signaling anything, so the catcher goes back to celebrating. This reminds me of the 2005 ALCS Chicago-Anaheim, Doug Eddings behind the plate, the misleading fist mechanic on an uncaught 3rd strike leading to Chicago winning the series because the Angels thought the inning was over. This is not the same because the called 3rd strike chainsaw fists that you see in this high school game is a proper mechanic. It's just that the safe sign that follows it is small and short when it should really be big and long. Well, let's do a fact check on that. It's clear the catcher doesn't catch it and knows that he didn't catch the ball because he tries to gather it on the ground and immediately tries to tag the batter runner, pointing, saying, "I tagged him." The umpire thinks he didn't tag him, and the catcher just sort of assumes he did and is going to get the call, and he didn't. The long of short of it is the catcher thought that he tagged him. The umpire thought he didn't. The catcher didn't wait for umpire confirmation, just looked back. When he didn't see it, he's like, I'm not waiting this long. I'm going to go celebrate with my team. As an umpire, you can verbalize no catch or even no tag. I don't know what happened here verbally. It was so loud with the celebration, but the defensive team seemed so eager to celebrate, they didn't really wait for confirmation from the umpire of anything, notwithstanding the one player on the team who actually paid attention. That said, what turned this video for me, I initially thought it was a catch, no catch, uncaught third strike issue. Because it is an uncaught third strike, and I thought the discrepancy was the catcher thought he caught it and the umpire thought he didn't catch it. But I see clearly that the catcher knows he didn't catch it. So it turns into a tag, no tag situation. And on a tag, no tag, until you get the umpire's fist of confirmation, there's no tag. So especially on a play like this around home plate, an uncaught third strike with a batter runner who's trying to go to first, the catcher had the ball in the mitt and could have easily gone to first, but he didn't because he assumed something that didn't happen. There's no definitive video evidence regarding whether it was a tag or not. There is definitive video evidence that the ball was not caught, of course. But at the end of the day, it takes two to tango, and the catcher just didn't wait for the umpire, and the umpire's knee was not big and long the way that I like things to be.
The oddest victory I've ever seen in my life.